Before you even bring the club back, your setup could be setting you up for failure. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 simple tips to help you build a rock-solid foundation for a consistent swing every time. So first tip, posture. When you set up to the ball, you want your feet about shoulder width apart. I have a 7-iron right here. You want a slight bend in the knees. And you want the club to rest maybe about a hand's width or so away from your body. So your arms are comfortably hanging down without having to reach out. Comfortably hanging down like right under your shoulders, right? To get to this position, you want to hinge at your hips and keep a neutral, straight spine. No any lower spine tilting like this, but just a straight, neutral spine. Now, if you don't know how to feel a straight, neutral spine, what you do, take the club, put it behind your back like this. You might have seen Colin work out doing this recently. And what you want to do is just see if you can fit your head, your upper back, and your lower back all on the shaft. That'll help you get a nice, neutral, straight spine. Okay, so the next tip I have is really all about ball position and where the ball should be in your stance as it relates to what club you are using. So I have a 56-degree sand wedge right here. For sand wedges and short irons, really, you want the ball in the center of your stance, perhaps even slightly back in your stance. I personally play it in the middle of my stance for all of my wedges and short irons. When I want to put a little more spin on the ball, that's when I'll bring it back in my stance a little bit. And this really is because of the shorter swing arc that wedges and short irons have compared to longer clubs. So for a mid iron, I have a 7-iron right here actually. What I'll do is basically move that ball one ball length ahead in my stance as it compares to when I have a wedge or a short iron, just like that. And I'm using an alignment stick here to really track the ball position. I suggest practicing that when you're on the range. So again, a 7-iron is slightly ahead of the middle of my stance. And right here I have a 4-iron. And again, kind of the same thing, you move it up ever so slightly as well. This helps with proper launch when you're trying to hit longer shots. So I have it about 2 balls length ahead in my stance now, ahead of center. And then with drivers and woods, really, you're playing that ball off the inside of your lead heel. My left heel, for left-handed golfers, it'll be their right heel. So you're really playing it way ahead in your stance because you want that upward angle of attack, especially with drivers, because you're really trying to launch that thing in the air for longer distances. So again, that's wedges and short irons in the center of your stance. Mid irons, you're thinking 7, 6-irons, slightly ahead of center in your stance. Short or long irons, 4-irons, 5-irons, you want that again even further ahead in your stance. And for drivers and woods, you want that almost off the inside of your lead heel. Okay, so the final tip I have from you is really about club face awareness, especially at address. Now, why is that important? Well, the club face at impact really controls where the ball goes initially, where it starts. If your club face is open at impact, it's most likely going to start off to the right. If your club face is closed, most likely going to start off to the left. Now, what we're trying to do is make sure we can have that club face as square as possible at address so we can go through our swing and come back down at impact, making sure that club face is square to the target. Now, what is really the best way to try and practice, see what it looks like? I personally like taking my club face, setting it up to a straight line like this. Just for example, I'm using my alignment stick. I also have the end of my mat here. You could set it up perpendicular to that. And then once you have that set up, you just take it to your ball, and you can kind of see what a perpendicular club face to the target line looks like. Now, do that multiple times, kind of employ it into your practice, and then you'll get in the habit of doing so at address when you're on the course. And there you have it, 3 fundamental setup tips that every golfer should lock in for a more consistent swing every time. If this content helped your game, please drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more tips to help you sharpen your game. Now, let's get out there and shoot your lowest score.